And we're back. Our next guest is Miss Robinson. She lost her son close to Mother's Day. His name was Harold Martin. So we're going to hear her story. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, thank you so much for agreeing to be a guest on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay. All right, so your son's name was
Harold F. Morton.
Harold Martin, and he lost his life, was it the day before Mother's Day or the day after?
The day after Mother's Day, May 2015.
Okay. And it was as a result of gun violence?
Yes, it was.
All right, was he into any type of, did he have an altercation prior to the incident, or?
Honestly, I've heard several stories, and right now the case is still ongoing, so
Okay.
I still haven't found out the real truth. One story I heard that he was with someone and that person got into it with the guys who shot my son. Then another story I heard was that they robbed him. So honestly, until we go to court, I don't know what the real story is.
Okay, so the case is still ongoing, so there was actually no justice as a result.
Not as of yet. They're in jail, but we haven't gone to court.
Tell us a little bit about your son.
My son was a funny child. He was a jokester of the family. Always made everyone laugh. As a matter of fact, the day before he was killed, it was Mother's Day, and it was a house full of people, and he just had everybody laughing. And I told my sons a couple of days afterwards, I don't know, it was just something about him that night. He just had this glow, this smile, just constantly laughing. But that was Harold.
So he left you, the last memories were just very much, memorable and happy moments.
It was. Harold gave me, for Mother's Day, he gave me $40 or $50. And he was tight. He was always tight. And when he gave me that money, he said, all right, now I don't be spending that money on them children. And I'm thinking it's like $10 or $15 that he gave me. And I swear it was like a couple of days afterwards, because when he gave me the money, I just stuck it in a little corner. And a couple of days later, I found the money, and I was like, oh my God, just open it up. It was $50 that they gave me. I made sure that I went and got my nails done and spent that money on me, because that's what his words was to me.
Spend it on yourself. Okay, because it's so sad that so many, so many people lose their sons.
Yes.
A lot of people lose their daughters, but a lot of people are losing their sons, to gun violence. And like I said earlier, it just seems like it's the norm. And people expect for you, it's kind of like, okay, things happen and, you just move on. But to the family, especially the mothers, it's not. It's like it's a void.
It is.
And then especially whenever you don't, receive justice or the justice that you may want.
Exactly.
And the sad thing is that, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes we have to, it's like they expect you to be okay with that. Like, because it's a lot of unsolved
I'll never be okay with
murders.
my son.
And so, and then with that situation, like with your son, was there anything that you, like, let's say you used to tell him to watch the company you keep, or did you not like the crowd he was hanging with or anything like that, or was it just, unexpected, like, okay?
It was just unexpected. Harold had so many friends out. You just didn't expect something like, I didn't expect anything like that. So it wasn't so much of watch the company you keep. Things happen. I hate when people say things happen for a reason, but so much is happening now to our kids.
Yeah, you just never know.
You never know.
You never know. A lot of things are unexpected. It's school shootings.
Exactly.
At first schools used to be safe, but now you're afraid every time you send your child to school.
Exactly.
So as a ever since your son's death, I seen, because we're friends on Facebook, and I know and there was the show The First 48, and I think you made a statement before. You were like, I'm not a fan of this. So was your son's murder on there?
No, it wasn't. They actually called me to interview me.
Okay.
And I declined.
Okay.
I thought about it. I said, I've watched this show so many times, and it just seemed like it wasn't true after my son was killed, because on the show, they show where the detectives come to the house, talk to the family, where you were in constant contact with the attorney, the DA officer, somebody. Nobody came to my house to tell me about my child getting killed. I found out from someone that my child was killed. Went to the coroner's office myself, not realizing I was going to the coroner's office to identify my child. I'm thinking when they told me Martin Luther King that I'm just going, my child laying down somewhere and I could bring him to the hospital.
Yeah.
But no
Wow.
one greeted me, no one called me, and as a matter of fact, the police officer that finally called me 2 days later had an attitude about
Oh my
my son,
God.
and I already knew about my son.
So what changes? Because I mean, it's obvious that we can't do anything to bring, our kids back.
Right.
But then whenever you're dealing with something like a grief of losing your child, and then like you said, the people that is supposed to protect and serve, and the ones that's supposed to protect us and be in our corner whenever tragedies like this occur, then like you said, they have, what changes would you like to see?
One thing we need to do some type of rehabilitation programs within the system. We have our young kids who are lost, and they're in and out of jail. It's like a revolving door. They need some type of educational programs in the jail system, some type of job rehabilitation, so when these kids get out, and then jobs for them.
And if someone wanted to work with you or wanted you to come and be a guest speaker or just a part of an organization, how can they get in contact with you?
I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook, Peaches Mariah Robinson. That's my profile name, and then my telephone number. You reached out to me. Actually, I think you inboxed me or told me
On
to send me
Facebook.
an inbox, right? And,
So they can reach you basically on Facebook?
yes.
Okay. All right, well, thank you so much for agreeing
Thank you
to
for
do
having
my
me.
show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right. So I would like to thank Miss Robinson, Miss Wallace, and also Miss Martin for being a guest on Kicking It with Kawana show.